NFL fans, New England Patriots fans, we are back for our second New England Patriots mock draft of this NFL offseason. Not much has changed as we're going through the combine process. The targets are still pretty much the same for this New England Patriots team, who has a ton of holes. There are holes everywhere on this roster. As I was going through the roster again, it's even worse than I remembered. It's really, really bad. The D-line is awful. The middle linebackers are awful. The cornerbacks, minus Christian Gonzalez, are awful. The offensive line is an absolute dumpster fire, man. If the Patriots went all offensive line this draft, I wouldn't be mad at them. That's how horrible this offensive line is. But we're going to do a full 7-round mock draft for you New England Patriots fans. Let's get into it. All right, Patriots fans, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really does help us get into the YouTube algorithm. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're closing in on 15,000 subscribers on the channel. It's all thanks to you guys. Let's get into it. All right, the way the board fell in the first round, Cam Ward number 1, Travis Hunter goes 2 to the Browns, and Shedeur Sanders goes number 3 to the Giants. Okay, this board fell perfect for the Patriots, right? And Mike Vrabel is the new head coach. He's a defensive-minded guy. He's an absolute monster of a player, a crazy-ass coach. I love his intensity. And there's no way on planet Earth, if Abdul Carter is on the board at pick number 4, they don't take him. They need defensive line help desperately, especially on the edge. There's no way they pass on Abdul Carter, guys. Patriots fans, you get Abdul Carter with the number 4 pick overall in the 2025 draft. Now, we are picking again in the second round, 6th pick in the second round. I'm looking at this draft board. Gray Zabel is on the board here. This guy can play center. He could play both guard positions. He's a very diverse player. He was great at the Senior Bowl, just beast moding people. He played left tackle. He played right tackle. He played left guard. He's been taking snaps at center. I mean, this dude is a true Swiss Army knife at the offensive line position. They need offensive line help. For me, he's the best guy left on the board. I love Gray Zabel in the second round to the New England Patriots. All right, now, guys, we are on the board at pick 69 overall. In the third round, pick number 5. We're taking a look at who's left on the board. Josiah Stewart is on the board. I really like him as well. Ozzie Trapillo from Boston College is also on the board. I really, really like him. But Norman Lott from Tennessee, he's an interior defensive lineman. He's good, not great. I do like Donovan Jackson from Ohio State. Once again, good, not great. I do love Josiah Stewart, man. And the cool thing about Abdul Carter is he could play anywhere, man. He could play in the middle of the defense. He was an off-ball linebacker up until this year, guys. So Abdul Carter can play on the edge or in the middle of this defense, wherever they see fit. But Josiah Stewart, the edge defender from Michigan, is an absolute freaking beast, man. 6'1", 245. The dude is a straight monster, dude. Straight monster. He didn't really play off-ball linebacker at all. So he's a true edge. True edge. Mike Vrabel, I find it, hard to believe that they're going to pass him up. Trevion Henderson is on the board as well. They could use a true bell cow back. Judkins is still on the board. Wyatt Millen from West Virginia is still on the board as well. But for me, on a team that lacks talent, you're taking the best player available, right? We need a new identity. And with Vrabel as the head coach, there's no way they're not taking Stewart here. 91 overall grade, 9 sacks, 8 hits, 20 hurries against big-time programs, man. I love Josiah Stewart, man. I think he's a really talented player. That pretty much, I think that's going to be the pick. You could go Trapillo here, but I'm not sure about that. There are some offensive linemen left on the board that we could potentially take later. Like a guy like Charles Grant is on the board. He might be there when we pick at 77. So I'm taking the best player available. On a team that lacks talent, we need the best players. Josiah Stewart goes to the Patriots. So we're really, really fixing this D-line. Remember, Abdul Carter can play Off-ball linebacker or on the edge. Josiah Stewart, he's straight edge, and Zabel the tackle, but he's going to probably play guard or center at the NFL level. He could play all over the offensive line. He's a very diverse guy. All right, now we're picking in the third round again. I think we need to go offensive line here, guys, but running back is very interesting as well. We need wide receiver as well. Jalen Royals is still on the board. He's a very, very talented guy. I love myself Trey Harris as well. Jalen Royals, very, very interesting pick. 839 yards this past season. Tez Johnson is a little small. I love Jalen Knoll as well. 1,200 yards. Really, really impressive player. So, I really want to... I know we need skill position players, guys, for sure. But, man, offensive line is a huge hole on this team. Savanaya is a very good player. 6'5", 336. Wyatt Millum, I love him. 6'6", 317, absolute beast mode, right? So, Donovan Jackson, I do like. Jalen Royals is on the board. Yeah, I think we could get some skill position players a little bit later. I do like Eman Mori, the safety, as well. Trey Harris is a guy I'm definitely circling with my next pick, right? So, these offensive linemen are going to go off the board. Wyatt Millum in the third round. Now, we're picking in the fourth round here, guys. Now is when I want to start to build the offense a little bit. We got wide receivers, running backs. You know, R.J. Harvey, the running back. We got DJ Gideon. But for me, I love Damian Martinez. I hope he's going to be there at pick 145. It's Jalen Knoll, man. He's one of my favorite middle-range wide receivers. Great numbers this past season. Jalen Knoll in the fourth round goes to the New England Patriots. Now, in the fifth round, I want to check out wide receivers and running backs, right? We need some cornerback play too. Let's check out wide receivers, cornerbacks, and running backs, right? All right, we're looking at how the board fell. Trevor Etienne from Georgia, very, very interesting player here at pick 145, right? Hoosie, the cornerback from North Carolina, is a very good player. Pat Bryant, the wide receiver from Illinois, 18.2 yards per catch, 10 tutties. Oh, I love that. Pat Bryant, he's just so good, man. Drop rate under 2%. Drake May needs people to throw the ball to, man. Pat Bryant is the guy. 2% drop rate. I love that pick there. All right, now we got 3 7th-round picks, right? There are some running backs available in free agency. That's why I went heavier on wide receiver, because T. Higgins is going back to the Bengals, guys. Not a lot of difference makers. Some older guys like DeAndre Hopkins and Amari Cooper, but I'd rather bring in young guys. I'd rather bring in the young guys. So let's check out this running back room, who's left. I want to see who's left in the running back room. Jaquidion Jackson is on the board. Pretty solid guy. 5.4 yards per carry. 80 grades every single year. You know, he's a solid back, man, in the 7th round. All right, now, up again in the 7th round. Pick 222 overall. We just want to find best players available. And I like Malachi Moore from Alabama. We need some secondary help. Christian Gonzalez can't do it all himself. I love that pick. Malachi Moore is one of my favorite late-round picks in this draft class, right? All right, now we're picking at 240, our last pick in this draft, right? Gaithan Bernadelle, the linebacker from Stanford. Okay, Ty Robinson from Nebraska, pretty solid guy. Had a really good year. Cypress the second from Florida State. He had an okay year. When you're at this point in the draft, you want to just find a guy who could fit your team, kind of give you a little more depth, right, guys? So, Cam Miller from Penn State, pretty solid guy. I do like him. Shamari Simmons from Arizona, he's pretty good as well. Not too many guys I'm like. Muhammad from Oregon, he's a pretty good player, man. Coverage grade 80, I really like that. 5'10", 185. Cornerback Shiloh Sanders is on the board as well from Colorado. Yeah, cornerback is definitely a spot that, you know, I would like to target. Cornerback, you know, Tommy Hill from Nebraska is still on the board. He had a really good year. This could be a steal pick, right, in 2023. He got hurt in 2024. Didn't play, kind of like got hurt in the middle of the year, came back, got hurt again. But if he could stay healthy, this could be a steal, man. He was excellent in 2023. I love those type of picks later in the draft. New England Patriots fans, that wraps up our 7-round mock draft. I think we crushed it, guys. Abdul Carter, Gray Zabel, Josiah Stewart, Wyatt Millum. PFF gave us that A- grade. I love it, man. We got a couple wide receivers, a running back, a cornerback, some secondary help, 2 offensive linemen, Gray Zabel and Wyatt Millum, who I absolutely love. Josiah Stewart and Abdul Carter kind of give us a new identity with the new head coach there. Pass rush, get after the quarterback. Mike Vrabel loves these type of guys, man. I love this draft. Abdul Carter, if the Patriots walk away with Abdul Carter, Patriots fans are going to be super, super excited. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow. Closing in on 15K. Thank you so much. Peace.